real this time around.
It doesn't matter if you're a public servant. It doesn't matter if you're unemployed. It doesn't matter if you work for a private company. It doesn't matter if you work for a corporation. It doesn't matter if you're disabled. It doesn't matter if you're not disabled. It doesn't matter if you're a sporting star. It doesn't matter who you are. TPPA is going to take your power away. It's going to take your ability to choose what sort of food you want to eat. It's going to take your ability away to search for the best price for a product. TPPA taking your power away. Research it on the net, on your iPhone. Research it, and research it good, because it's a dirty, evil, little agreement. TPPA, done in secret. TPPA, not on Channel 7, not on Channel 9, not on Channel 10, not done at Parliament House. They want to regulate pharmaceuticals. They want to add to pharmaceuticals, instead of you being able to get a generic brand when you go and choose your pharmaceutical. The American pharmaceutical companies want a new law put in place here in Australia, but regulated from America, so we can't oppose it. And that law is that we have to buy their brand for another 20 years. TPPA taking your power away. Research on AFTINET. AFTINET. Put it in your smartphone and research it, because it's bloody serious. Everything we produce is going to be by their guidelines. Everything that we manufacture, everything we dig out of the ground, all of the mining industry, all of the pharmaceuticals, all of primary industries will be governed by TPPA.
Underneath the hill. We've just been told around the hill through the underground edge.
So tell us what it's like in there.
There was a lot of things on pharmaceuticals, a lot of things on global trading. But it was really interesting. It's hard to not scream and yell. You've got to behave yourself, because you'll get escorted. A lot of stuff about transparency and releasing text and things like that. So,
Did they answer their questions like that?
they do. I was asking questions like that. So, but you've just got to ask them, and they have to answer you. But like, of course they don't have to. But
But did they give you the runaround?
yeah, no, of course I was giving a lot of questions. I was asking a lot of questions about why they're not releasing the text, and why they're like. I was asking them to justify how they're disadvantaging so many people, especially in the pharmaceuticals. There was only one speaker against it, 4-4. So, and she was presenting articles. Basically, her arguments were that the old trade agreement, which encourages things like the pharmaceutical benefit scheme, the old trade agreement is exactly the same, but except it's like opposite. And it's just like a lot of, it was really strange.
Wow.
So basically she's saying that all it is a lot of word changes that are just like, this part wasn't increasing our profits at all, so we'll just flip it. And it's just like, so it's a lot of that thing. It's a lot about data, a lot about linkage.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's really interesting. It's really full on as well. But I was very well behaved.
Yeah. Right.
They want to bypass our Australian government. In these negotiations, out of 71 corporate bodies, the Australian government is considered a corporate body and will only get one vote. This means that any legislation that the Australian government passes in favour for the Australian people will be scrapped under this agreement, because the Australian government only gets one vote. The negotiations happening in the building behind me for the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement will render our government useless. We will have to answer to corporate bodies. This is unacceptable. And the reason why you do not hear about this in the news is because members of the news and current affairs and Australian television and radio bodies are in this building negotiating for the agreement to make a profit.
Continue on your way, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Well, a couple of minutes ago, I had a gentleman bump past me in a suit. I had a private security guard over there come up and tell me that he was going to have me arrested if I bumped anybody or got physical. To which I replied, the other guy bumped past me, said, "Don't get smart," and walked off. A couple of minutes later, he came along and told me and a couple of others to move along. When I asked him what gives him the authorisation to do that, he turned around and walked off again. I'm not sure who the goon is, but apparently he thinks he's got a bit of pull around here and doesn't like us at all.
Has anyone been violent at all, or any hint of violence from this side of the line?
Oh no, not at all. People have just basically been milling around, and someone on the megaphone telling people about what the TPPA is and how it's going to take their power away. We've just been demonstrating, voicing our dissent to the meeting that's going on in here, and yeah, we've been totally peaceful.
Cool.
The authority to tell us to continue on our way. TPPA.
Look, man, this ain't about hip-hop, man. This ain't even about no motherfucking movie, man. This is about life. This is about dedicating yourself to a dream that people tell you ain't shit. And this is about looking at them and saying,